numerator includes cash and inventory and accounts receivable. So quick ratio is an improvement on this ratio. Why? Because the quick ratio excludes inventory. So now some sense begins to prevail on, those who construct these ratios. They say, hey, inventory is not very liquid, just throw it out, because inventory is not going to help you pay your bills. Okay, so here is the formula for this. The formula is total current assets minus inventory. Okay, minus inventory. Okay, divided by, as before, current liabilities. Current liabilities. So we threw out inventory, and I think this is relevant for JCPenney, because JCPenney is sitting on a ton of inventory. And inventory, we know, does not help you pay your bills. You pay your bills with cash or cash coming in. You don't pay your bills with unsold inventory. So that's what we are talking about. So let's go back here. So click here. Click in this box, which is D5, equal sign, open parenthesis, and then we'll click on, as before, balance, the tab balance, and once again we'll use total current assets, and which is going to be here, B15, minus, stay there, minus, we need to subtract inventories, which is B10. Close parenthesis now, close parenthesis. Slash for division. Now we'll click on current liabilities, and it's B29. B29. So here is the formula. So balance sheet B15 in parentheses minus balance sheet B10, close parentheses, divide by balance sheet B29. All right. Okay, so what we'll do is just copy the formula as before. As you can see, this has been declining. So what about, is JCPenney's quick ratio close to the industry average? A little bit higher, very close. So we'll calculate those deviations, percent deviations here. I don't want to, so once you have entered the formulas, this is what you do. You left click the mouse and highlight these two cells. And you can drag the formulas down. Okay, left click the mouse, and so these two cells are highlighted. So how do I drag it down? As before, take the cursor to the bottom right hand corner here, left click the mouse, hold it, drag it down, and there you have it. Okay, so how do I interpret this? JCPenney's quick ratio is 1%, 0.01, 1% better. So same, I would say, quite close to the industry norm. So neither more liquid nor less liquid. And JCPenney's quick ratio has declined by nearly 50%, from 2016. Okay, so over time you can see the trend line is very depressing. Okay. So how do I answer? Can JCPenney pay its bills? That was the question. Okay. Looking at these two ratios, they are very close to the norms, very close to the industry benchmarks. It doesn't look like JCPenney should have any problem in paying their bills. Okay. Remember, my answer is tied to the ratios I'm using. Okay. And I told you these ratios are not perfect, and therefore my answer may not be perfect or may not be reliable. That's why we use many more different measures in higher level finance classes. So, but here I can say, hey, looking at JCPenney's numbers and comparing JCPenney's numbers to the industry norms, there does not appear to be any problem that JCPenney will have any liquidity issues, in the near future. Okay? It may not be true, as I said, may not be true. Come the end of the year, maybe JCPenney will not be around. But looking at these two measures, and they're very close to, their performance is close to as I told you, what makes it more interesting is the industry as a whole is declining. Yeah, they're all struggling. Even the best of them are struggling. Now, who are not struggling? Ross is not struggling. Anyone shops at Ross? Yes, Ross is not struggling. Marshall's is not struggling. Why? Do you know why? Okay, these stores, these companies, they take advantage of other people's miscalculations. When JCPenney or Dillard's, buys, buys some shirts at very high rates, and when Dillard's and Macy's are unable to sell, so who comes into the picture? Ross and Marshall, they come into the picture. They buy all the unsold inventory from Dillard's and other big stores. And what do? They sell those name brand items at lower prices that you and I are very happy to buy at those stores. Okay? Ross is planning to open 100 more stores, as opposed to almost every, chain which is closing its stores. So it's just, how the game is played.
So are those stores like Ross keeping other stores kind of in business since they're buying their?
No, they are buying at a deep discount. So these Dillard's and Macy's, they are losing money by making big bets on certain types of clothes and things of that sort. When they are unable to sell at those high prices, they dispose of those unsold items to these discount stores. So no, they are thriving at other people's mistakes. That's what they are doing. Ross and Marshalls. That's what they are doing. Okay, number 2 is the big question. What group is this? This is called long-term solvency. Okay, this is typical. When a firm is not doing well, okay, they're losing money left and right. So they have to get a fresh infusion of funds, right? So how do they get a fresh infusion of funds? When JCPenney is reporting millions and billions of dollars in losses, to be able to survive, what do? They borrow money. Each year they go out and borrow some more. Okay? So now the question that we are addressing is JCPenney, is my company using too much borrowing